The alien fleets recoiled. Reports from the first engagement reached every capital, every council, every intelligence archive across the known galaxy. Panic, disbelief, and terror spread faster than the plasma storms that followed. Because, for the first time in history, a Deathworlder had taken the offensive. Earth, designated DX-910, classified as uninhabitable by most sapient species, was never meant to launch an attack on anyone. The planet was known as a biological madhouse. Gravity too high, biosphere too hostile, radiation too unstable. It was a planet that produced nightmares, not soldiers. And yet, the nightmare had come for them. They called it Operation Reclamation, an effort to reclaim a single, burned-out mining system lost to human insurgents. 5,000 ships entered orbit. Only 3 made it back. The rest were torn apart in silence. No transmission, no black box, no survivors. Just whispers. They said the humans had turned the planet itself into a weapon. They said the air screamed when their dropships entered. They said the survivors saw the valley of devastation. It began there, where the soil was black and the mountains burned like embers under the dying sun. Lieutenant Carroll of the Threxian Legion led the first ground team through the ash fields. His sensors detected radiation, toxins, and the faint heartbeat of something alive. "Movement," he hissed. "Forward sector, 200 meters." They expected scavengers, maybe some primitive survivor clinging to life. They didn't expect the shadow that stood from the crater's edge, bipedal, armored in what looked like scorched plating, visor glowing amber through the dust. A human. Carroll raised his rifle. "Identify yourself." The figure didn't respond. Instead, it turned its head slowly, assessing the dozen armed aliens like it was judging their worth. Then it said, in perfect galactic trade, "You shouldn't have come here." The next 10 seconds became history. Motion sensors overloaded as seismic readings spiked. The ground buckled. Energy surged through the fractured terrain. Carroll screamed for retreat, but it was too late. The valley opened. Under the crust, human weapons had been buried, automated artillery that had learned, adapted, and evolved since the occupation years ago. The machines rose from the earth like iron beasts, eyes glowing in synchronization with the Deathworlder's armor. A single order was transmitted on an encrypted human frequency. "Cleanse the valley." What followed wasn't a battle. It was a purge. The orbital fleet saw it from space. A storm of magnetic distortion sweeping through the valley, swallowing every trace of Threxian metal. Then came the heat bloom, so intense it blinded sensors across 100 kilometers. When the dust settled, nothing moved. The valley was silent again. Except for one transmission that pulsed through every emergency frequency in the sector. "To those who send armies to our soil, remember this. We were born in fire. You only brought more fuel." Word spread faster than any command network could contain. They sent peace envoys next. Spies, drones. Everyone that entered the valley vanished. Every one. Until finally, years later, the Galactic Concord sent their own highest investigator, an archivist named Vale. Vale was old. He didn't believe in myths. He came to record the truth. He left behind footage that no one would ever forget. The recording began with static, then focused on a figure standing among ruins of melted stone. The human's armor was cracked and old, visor dim through the dust. Vale's voice trembled, What are you protecting? The human tilted their head. Not what. Who? Then behind them, the camera caught the movement. Dozens of shapes emerging from the mist. They weren't soldiers. They were children. Alien children of every species once sent to fight here. Orphans. Raised by a Deathworlder.